Hello, ladies and gents. This will be part 10 of What If Izuku was a wolf dog in The Walking Dead. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, let's hop right into this, buckaroos. Izuku's POV. Izuku knew he was fucked. He was fucked to high heavens. Because 1, he's human. 2, Daryl just saw him. And 3, he had too much blood on his face. Even though half of his face was clean, the other half wasn't. Either way, this day was a shit show. A shit show with too many unavailed, and, well, Izuku didn't know what to do. In the beginning, he wanted to jump out of the damn car, but the car doors were locked. Fucking childproof. But now he was stuck in a car with Daryl Dixon, one of the angriest fellows that Izuku has ever met, other than Kacchan. Kacchan would take the cake in where Daryl was. But at this point, Izuku really wanted Katsuki, or Kacchan. At least, Kacchan wouldn't beat him to high heavens in a car. Well, never mind, he would. Either way, Izuku was fucked. Fucked. Fucky, fuck, in this situation. And he did not know what to do, other than to sit. This was going to be awkward. This was bad. This was terribly bad. But all of his thoughts, all of his panics, were cut through by Daryl's deep southern accent. So, are you going to tell me what the fuck just happened, or do I have to keep wondering over here? Huh. Izuku really thought that Daryl would yell, or at least accuse him of being like a witch or something. Classified? Izuku said smartly. No, it was not smart. Classify, you say? Well, I believe in the end times classified no longer matters. So you better tell me what the fuck happens before I pull over and show everyone you're a jackass. Oh god, please no, Izuku said as he pulled his head back. He looked up. The ceiling was a odd color. It was blotchy. It looked like bleach, blood, and shit was painted all over it. He looked over. Do I gotta tell you, really? He said in a desperate tone. His lips were dry. He was hungry and thirsty. You better fucking tell me. That's at least what I deserve for hauling your damn ass in the car. You hauled my ass in the car and caused my nose to bleed. You're lucky it isn't broken, but my sense of smell is gonna be fucked for weeks. Uh-huh. Okay, maybe not for weeks, but it's gonna hurt for a while. And I don't know how that's gonna affect my sense of smell. Whatever. Now just get to the point of how the fuck you turned into a gigantic wolf and then a human. Good question. I don't know either. You don't know how? I don't know how. I just know it happens. It just happens. And you expect me to believe that. Well, I remember being in a laboratory for 3 years, then escaping for 2, then seeing the apocalypse happening. So, were you a human turned into a dog? Kind of and kind of not. Kind of and kind of not. Explain that. Well, can I really not do? You must tell me. I must. Izuku couldn't help but sass back. Then the car stopped, and Izuku's head slammed into the console. Ow, you fuckface! Izuku put his hand to his head. There is going to be a massive bruise tomorrow. Then the car drove on, as if nothing happened. Something came over the radio. Hey, what happened there, Daryl? Nothing. And I thought I saw a human or whatever the hell came out of the road. Really? I don't know, fuckface. I don't know. Fine, Daryl, don't sass me back. I can sass you whenever I want. Then a buzzing sound came over the radio. Clearly the connection was cut off. Fucky, fuck. Same goes over here, pal. Fuck you. No thank you. I do not want that right now. Daryl growled in annoyance. This was clearly not going his way. Okay, so how the hell you're a human and human now? Like I said, I don't know. I was, well, in a laboratory when I woke up, and then just everything snowballed from there. Everything snowballed from there. Yeah. Well, I can't remember most of it, but I do have a laptop that Dr. Jenner gave me of what happened to me exactly. I couldn't read all of it, but there are quite a lot here. Quite a lot, you say. Well, show me. Well, I don't know if it needs internet. It's a government laptop. It probably does not need internet. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, this is just messed up. Yeah, it is. Is there any more information that I need? Oh, well, can I not tell you? You tell me or I'll throw you out of this damn car. Yeah, just throw me out. Daryl was getting angrier and angrier. Izuku could see that. His face was turning all red, and his teeth were just grinding on each other. Then Daryl did something peculiar. He pulled his hand to his face and started biting on his nail. That was not a good habit, but Izuku was not going to stop him. It was going to either help Izuku or at least relieve Daryl from any more impending explosions from his own head. So let me just retell what I just heard. Basically, you woke up in a laboratory 5 years ago. Then you escaped. You were in the wild for 2 years until the apocalypse happens. And you do not know how you shift from a dog to a bigger dog, then to a human. Is there anything else I need to fucking know before I have an aneurysm? No, you can have an aneurysm and I can keep all my secrets. Oh my god. Daryl was now clenching the wheel so tightly his knuckles turned pure white. You have 3 fucking seconds to answer before I start beating you in the damn car. I'd rather have a beating before I answer any of your questions. Fine. Instead, I'll just be pulling on your ears and whacking your nose. Izuku's eyebrows shot to his hairline. You wouldn't dare, Izuku said, his back now pressed against the window, his knees drawn up to his chest. I would. Now you better fucking tell me before I get everyone on your damn ass. I have a radio here which is good enough to contact everyone. I will tell them. And you think they'll believe you? They would when I drag out your ass. Or, better yet, I don't tell them who you are. Instead, I'm going to tell them that you are just a creepy dude who somehow got into my fucking car when the building exploded. Either way, you're going to get your ass beat, shot, or what? I don't know. Either way, it's not going to happen. Anything is... You're pissing me off. Fine. Just... Oh my god. Don't tell anyone. Izuku was now rubbing his eyes. And do you have anything to clean myself up with? There's baby wipes in the console. Thanks. Izuku popped open the console and pulled out a few wipes. Okay, so do you want the entire fucking story, or all the secrets that you need to know about now? Long story, I need to know what the hell happened. Well, you're not gonna believe me. Well, the apocalypse happened and somehow a dog became green and became a larger fucking dog than human. So, I'm about to believe anything at this point. Well, alright, you called it. I'm from a different dimension where there's no apocalypse. Instead, you have, 80% of people having powers and the 20% not having powers. And I believe the year was 2621 something. Either way, it doesn't matter anymore. And I died when I was 98, I believe. And I believed, hey, I'll either be reborn and do something else. But when I was reborn, everything was fuzzy. Then all I remembered was that I was a dog. Then I believe I was experimented on, but my memories are fuzzy as all hell. Then I escaped. I lived in the wild for 2 years. Then the apocalypse happened. Then I wandered around the apocalypse, or Atlanta as you called it, hid in a building, and I figured out that my backpack is an unlimited source of food. Well, supplies, actually. Wait, back it up. Back it up. You say you're from a different dimension? Yep. There's no apocalypse there? Yep. And your fucking disgrace of a backpack is basically another dimension? Yep. You're right, I don't really believe you. Told you. Oh my god, what am I going to do now? Well, we are going to pretend this never happened. I'm going to be a dog again, and you are just going to ignore whatever the hell just happened here. I can't possibly do that. You're going to. Or no one else is going to believe you. True. I wouldn't even believe me if I didn't see it with my own eyes. Okay, so you say your backpack is another dimension. Just said yep. What is in there exactly? A bunch of food, supplies, and anything else that I need. Also, I did steal from Dr. Jenner. His medicine, weapons, and anything that wasn't bolted down is now in this bag. So, oh my god, what are we gonna do? There's too much information here. Yeah. So, is your name really Izuku? Yep, Izuku Midoriya. So, you don't remember anything. I remember things, but not everything. It feels like people went into my head, scooped out my memories, and decided to blare an air horn in there. Can't remember shit. Like, I remember people, but I can't remember their faces and who they are. I have a book, but I got through half of it before I've started forgetting everything. Really? Really? I don't know what the hell is happening. It's like when the apocalypse happened, just something in my head started fuzzing out. Okay, so 5 years before all this, you remembered everything to a perfect clarity. Yep. It wasn't until the apocalypse I actually gained the ability to shift back into my human form. Back? Okay, what you see now is when I was 24. Well, mostly when I was 24. I didn't have the long hair when I was 24. A long, pregnant silence filled the car. There is way too much information. You already said that, buddy. Don't call me buddy. Whatever, Daryl. Are you comfortable with everyone treating you like a dog, or is that like some sort of kink? First off, not a kink. Second off, I just don't want to remember. I know that, well, in my past life, something happened. Something bad happened. And I don't remember. And I don't want to remember. Anytime I do try to remember, it feels like I'm hitting my head against a brick wall. It hurts. It hurts to remember. That's what I'm hearing, right? Yes. It just... Ugh. So back onto when the apocalypse happened, you gained a human form? Or your human form back? Yeah. I could remember everything as clearly as it happened yesterday, before the apocalypse. But after the apocalypse, it was like all my memories started fizzing out. The older memories just blended. Like, I remember them. I remember everything. It feels like there's a fog in between them. I don't know how to explain it. I think I get the point. But the other thing is, in the laboratory, it feels like segments of the memories of the laboratory were cut out. Okay, so you remember everything in your past life, but after your past life, you don't remember anything. Yeah. Oh my god. Yep. So, what do? We don't do jack shit. We forget everything, and yeah. Do you really want to forget everything? Izuku looked over to him. Whatever that was in my past life should stay in my past life. I don't want to remember it. I don't know what I want. Izuku growled in annoyance. I don't know what I want, but I know that I'm going to stick with you guys. And you guys are the only people I have met that haven't really tried killing each other for food. I have nothing else here. I have no family, I have no friends, other than Glenn and I guess this ragtag group. Either way, I'm not going to be able to get back to my previous life, and I doubt that I want to. You don't want to? I died when I was 98. I'm pretty sure everyone that were my friends are now dead. Probably. Either way, what do you do with the extra supplies? Well, I'm pretty sure Glenn told you or something. I basically just put whatever extra food and supplies I have into little go bags and throw them around the area. Whatever survivors find them, they can take them and live. You do that? Yeah. I'm not going to be able to eat everything in the world, and I doubt I will really need them. I'm mostly just going to stay in my dog form as long as possible. Is that good for your health? All Izuku could do was look over to Daryl. You smoking your ass off is good for your health? No. Daryl looked out the window. Okay, but we have to do something. We? Yeah, we. What? What don't you get? I said we need to forget about any of this happening. But the thing is, we're not going to forget it ever happened. One way or another, all secrets are unveiled. Unveiled. Really? No, this secret is going to die with us. Really? Well, no, probably not. Either way, Izuku, you're going to have to show somebody else than me, voluntarily or unvoluntarily, soon. Soon? Well, later or sooner. It doesn't matter. You're going to be showing someone else other than me. What if I don't? Then you don't. Either way, this is your power, I guess. And, well, I guess we need you at your full power. Full. Don't you get it? I said we need to forget. We're not going to forget. It has happened. We are going to remember it. Oh, I should bludgeon you with a hammer. But you won't. Did a demon take over you or something? No. I want to punch you so damn much. You want to punch me. I should be wanting to punch you, Daryl. Just fuck off. I'm not going to be fucking off, because guess what? I am trapped in the car with you. Daryl looked over to Izuku. Now Izuku's face and ears were cleaned. Daryl can positively say that Izuku could be a role model. Well, not a role model, a plain model. Izuku's face was littered with freckles, from small to big, but the most noticeable ones were the four on each cheek, making a diamond shape. And Daryl can positively say, Izuku was beautiful. beautiful in a manly way. It was odd. What was he going to do? Fine. In order to keep your secret, you're going to go hunting with me. Me? Hunting with you? Yeah. Well, okay. But why? Why? Because you're fast and you're quick. Those are two of the same things. Whatever. And I do know that you're light on your feet. Really? Yes. And you're going to help us hunt down deer. Deer? Or whatever creature out there that'll give us enough meat to last. And winter will be coming soon, so we have to turn the meat into jerky. But do we have enough salt for that? Don't know. But you're going to help us find salt. So I'm basically going to be your monster on a leash. Yep. My life is fucked. Aren't all of our lives fucked? True. What are we going to do? And you are now telling me that. Well, you're right. This won't stay a secret forever. Just, I don't know what to do. This is not how I wanted anything to be unleashed or told. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't want me knowing by hearing you scream your head off. Oh, ow. Izuku's face turned a bright red. Shut up! Izuku pulled his knees back up to his chest and hid his face in between his knees. It doesn't matter now. We just have to... Well, I guess we have to find somewhere else to lay low for a while. True. Days later, they were now on the highway. People had to lose their cars and other stuff to make the road trip lighter. And now, Izuku was stuck in the car with Rick and his family, along with Carol and her daughter, Sophia. Izuku was happy but also not happy, because now he isn't in that suffocating air with Daryl. It was just plain awkward, especially since Daryl told Izuku to stay human, which sent Izuku into a spiral. Why would Daryl want him to be human? And Daryl spoke more than he has ever at the camp. Well, then again, Izuku doesn't know much about Daryl, other than Daryl is a cold and brutal hunter. But he also was more. This was too complicated, too much for poor Izuku. Everything was just going wrong. But at least now, someone knows, and the load on Izuku was at least lightened just a bit. But what would Izuku do when everyone realizes that he was not just a dog, or one that is able to shift into a bigger one? What would everyone think of him then? Would they despise him? Would they hate him? Would they fear him? What would happen? This just was a plain old mess that was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And what was he going to do? He no longer can run off because these people need him. Daryl gave, good points. He was faster and quicker. God damn it, Daryl. Either way, Izuku was better than everyone here. He's able to hunt, he's able to kill, he's able to do a whole lot more things for everyone. It was just, it was a complete and utter mess. But now in the car, he's still having to think about everything. But now, he at least can keep his mind off Daryl and all this nonsense with the kids. The kids loved having Izuku around. They would always play and ruffle his fur. Sophia even went farther by braiding his hair, which helped get to the skin for Izuku to cool off. It was a godsend, especially when Carol realized that Izuku needed to be brushed. Like really, really needs a good brush down. Because there were clumps of fur that were now being matted in. And that was not good for Izuku's health. So somehow, all of the children and women told Rick to pull down the windows so they're able to brush out Izuku's fur. And after hours upon hours of brushing Izuku's fur, Izuku felt a whole lot lighter. And the car was now, completely covered from head to toe in green fur. But everyone didn't mind. At least the dog felt a whole lot more comfortable. But then something peculiar happened. The RV, it didn't blow up exactly, but something blew in the car. Now they're all stranded on the highway, and the highway was completely filled with cars. And from the smell of it, what Izuku can smell now, it was completely, disease-ridden. Everyone was trying to get out of the car, and Izuku was not too happy because he couldn't get a steady, foot on anything. So it came to no one's surprise, not even Izuku's, when he fell out of the car. But to everyone's horror, Izuku fell snout first into the concrete. And as if the world wanted to give Izuku the world's greatest amount of pain, the kids also fell and kicked Izuku in the nose. And the whole mess of trying to get untangled got worse. Izuku got kicked and kicked again and again in his nose. And this time Izuku's pretty sure his nose is fucked for life. But when the kids were finally off and away from him, all Izuku could do was whimper. His body was shaking. There was way too much pain and blood for him. Now, people were trying to clean him up or get him away from the kids, but it was not helping Izuku. Instead, he was getting angrier. There was not enough room for him to breathe. But finally, Daryl, the hero, came and ushered everyone away from him. And Izuku was left to his own devices to figure out what the hell just happened. And it took a good few minutes for him to actually be able to get up without falling backwards. But finally, he was able to at least walk semi-straight towards Daryl. And they were picking and rifling through cars. And whenever Daryl found something that was semi-useful, but they didn't have enough room for it, he would just shove it into the keychain that Izuku had around his neck. And Izuku himself was getting now really annoyed with these cars. So, with his enormous amount of strength, started pushing them away from the section. For now, they'll have enough room to drive the RV through this mess. Then Izuku heard it. Feet. No, it was shambling feet. Was it the Walking Dead or people? Izuku pointed his nose up in the air, hoping to smell the scent. But when he did, nothing came through. It was as if he had his normal sense of smell back. And that was not good. He would not be able to find anyone or anything with this terrible sense of smell. Izuku and Daryl looked at each other, then back to the horde, then back at each other. Thoughts synchronized, and they knew what they had to do. Izuku ran back towards the children, and Daryl ran towards T-Dog, trying to help him hide underneath something or anything, really. For Izuku, he ran back over to the children, trying to pull them underneath the cars. Carol was looking at them, wondering why Izuku was panicking. Then they saw them, or more like heard Rick telling them to get under the cars. Sophia got underneath them, but they were too far away from each other. Carol was panicking, but Lori quickly pulled her arm around her and kept her still. All that Carol wanted to do was run over back to her daughter. Her heart was pumping, her blood rushed through her veins. She couldn't hear anything, But instead, all she could do was look at her daughter. All she wanted to do, there was too much that she wanted to do, but she couldn't do anything underneath the car. And Carol knew she was far too weak and, well, mousy to actually face against the undead. Izuku was underneath the car with, Carl. And, well, everything was going okay so far, but Izuku didn't know what to do. There was too many variables to take in, and there was not enough time to actually make a foolproof plan. God damn it. There was just too much happening. And the sounds of the whimpering children weren't helping him. Then Izuku realized he was far bigger than the other boy, and his fur would completely cover him. At least one of us wouldn't die from a zombie bite. So Izuku quickly pulled Carl underneath him and laid on top of him, just giving the boy enough room to actually breathe properly. Izuku only could rumble in his chest as quietly as he could to hopefully soothe the poor boy. The boy in question was scared. Why was he underneath the dog? The dog was, well, fuzzy and warm, sure, but it felt like he was in the claws of a predator. It took minutes. It felt like more like years, just complete and utter forever for the undead to shamble by, and they walked too slowly. But thank the Lord, they were all gone. Izuku quickly crawled away from the boy, and was now making his way over to Sophia. Then she screamed. And guys, this will be the ending of part 10, I believe? Yeah, this is part 10 of What If Izuku Was a Wolf Dog from The Walking Dead. I hope you guys like this, and yeah, have a good day, and toodaloo, y'all!